All right, this is the week 1 recap for Teddy. To start this week, we wanted to start with charging our clicker. So with training, we are utilizing a clicker. The point of the clicker is we are going to click or mark and capture in the moment the behavior that we are asking for. So charging the clicker, the week 1, we are going to charge it about 5-6 times. As we progress in learning, we don't have to charge it as many times, and then we won't really have to charge it. So I'm simply clicking and giving Teddy his cookie. As you can see, I am putting it behind my back so it's not as startling for him. I'll do that the first few times and then bring it back out. I'm also feeding Teddy directly from my hand, but also placing the food on the floor. That way he's used to taking the food both ways. Come here, right here. When we're charging the clicker, we do want to make sure that we're not clicking it when, say, Teddy is either jumping up on you or like mouthing your hand. I would try to capture in a moment when he's just all feet are on the ground, he's doing something good. I'll just do this one more time. Good boy. And the other behaviors that we worked on this week, so we had, he might be over this cookie already, Teddy following a food lure. So I'm going to show him that I have the cookie. Maybe you need a bigger piece. And then once Teddy is licking it, chewing it, he knows it's there, he wants it, I'm just going to start pulling my hand away. What's this big guy, huh? And the goal here is that Teddy stays with my hand and follows the food wherever I take it. What are you doing, Bubby? We also pair it with his name. Teddy! So once he's attached, he's committed, he's following that food lure, I will also say his name to go with it. What are you doing, buddy? Teddy! Good boy. I might grab a different snack for you. You're not overly thrilled with that. With each behavior that we're learning, we do want to practice it about 2 to 3 times minimum before we move on to the next behavior. When I'm here with Teddy practicing, we do kind of work quickly. So when you guys are at home, you don't have to do sit, down, touch, target. You guys can work on one behavior for X amount of time and then come back later and work on other behaviors. Hi, buddy. What do you want to do? Hi. Yeah. All right, let's go find a different treat. What about these? Are those yummy? I don't know. Let's see how you feel. You're unsure about these two? Touch. What, do you see my phone? He's unsure about these cookies. Ooh, do those smell good? Yeah. I'm gonna mix them. All right, so another behavior we learned this week was a hand target. I'm gonna show Teddy that I have the cookie. Touch. Oh, he really likes these. These are just Bill Jack peanut butter and banana. So I'm kind of putting the cookie in my hand and then pulling it out to a flat palm. Touch. And then guiding him. Once he's able to do this without food, our goal is that as soon as we feel his nose touch our hand, that's when we want to click and reward him. A lot of the times people will use a hand target more as an informal recall. So say Teddy's outside running and playing, you don't necessarily want to use a formal recall. You're calling him inside, he's maybe not coming. You can always ask him for a hand target in hopes of him coming to your side. What is this? Ready, touch? Good boy. All right. Oh, let's see. Ready? Get it. Get it. That was a little far, I'm sorry. So right now I'm just tossing what we call Get It cookies. This is our way of resetting Teddy. So in between sessions or breaking up the position that he's in, we can toss the Get It cookie just to kind of get him up from a sit, from a down, out of whatever behavior we're asking him for. Hey, Bobby, you want to play? What is? You're like, no, I want the cookies. No, I want the cookies. Come here, what's this? No. All right, let's move on. Come here. All right, I am going to try to get Teddy into a sit. All over the place today. So ideally, we're putting the cookie right in front of Teddy's nose and then slowly guiding it back until his little bum hits the ground. Teddy's wavy today, kind of all over the place. So on Monday when I was practicing this behavior with him, I did have to put my hand behind Teddy's butt so he wouldn't back up and would kind of go down into the sit. And I was able to get a few behaviors that way. Here, what about a bigger piece? Come here, we'll come back to that. Ready? Get it. All right. The other thing we practiced this week was learning how to go to a mat. So step one, we're going to toss our mat down. Once Teddy comes over, we'll scatter a few cookies directly onto the mat. And then when he's done with that last cookie, we're gonna pick him up and move the mat. And this is just step one for this week. Next week, we'll move on to step two. Good boy. Teddy. And then always with the mat, we want to make sure that we feed directly onto the mat. That way we're building that connection with the mat itself. Good boy. Ready? Get it. I'll do that one more time. Ready? Good job. Good job. What are these toys? What are these toys? Oh, what's this? You seem to like that guy, huh? Hi. What? I'm just breaking up some learning with some play or cuddling. It's a lot for their little puppy brains right now to expect a bunch of different behaviors in 20 minutes. So we do want to try to make this fun as well for them. Hey, puppy. What's this? Come here. Come here, come here, come here. Get it. I know, you're very focused on the food in my pouch. And then the other thing we worked on this week was just some handling. So this week we worked on lifting paws. As soon as I lift or touch a paw, I'm gonna click and reward him with the cookie. Let's back up a little. While I'm touching different body parts, I do have the food in my hand. So Teddy's licking it, he's sniffing it, and hopefully doesn't get too startled or nervous about me touching different body parts. What's this cookie? Where are you going? It was loud, I'm sorry. Go. Oh, we don't want food right now. There you go. What's the hand? Oh, we still don't want food. Okay. Let's see what else we have. Buddy. Do you want this? So right now Teddy isn't very interested in any of the food that I have to offer. That's not uncommon. His little puppy self just doesn't want to eat right now. So maybe he had a meal earlier he's still full from the cookies he just got. So I'm not going to push him for any more training right now if he's not going to eat. So we can kind of verbally go over a few things regarding handling. So like I was saying, I will have cookies in my hand for Teddy to focus on. He's sniffing, he's chewing them. And then while he does that, I will gradually go down his body, and touch each paw. So we want to make sure that we put our hands on all 4 paws. We want to kind of pet down and pull the tail up, flip up each ear, and then maybe give them a little hug, what they might experience when they go to the groomer or the vet. And make sure that with each paw, ear, tail touch, we are clicking and giving him a piece of cookie or food. So hopefully next week, Mr. Teddy wants some more of that. Come here, wanna come up? Maybe we'll just snuggle. Yeah, maybe we'll just snuggle. So this week, like I said, we did work on a few different behaviors. So we're gonna charge the clicker. When we start training sessions, we do wanna charge the clicker, I'd say 3 to 5 times. After we charge the clicker, we practice with following a food lure. So with the food lure, I showed Teddy that I had a piece of cookie and he followed it. Once we went a few steps, I clicked and rewarded him. And then we did the food lure, pairing it with his name. We also worked on his sits this week, which Teddy, we still have some work on that. But we did get a few sits with him. We just kind of need a barrier behind him so he's not so wiggly and dancy. So he feels that behind him and kind of just goes into the sit. And then as you saw, we worked on the mat. He's doing very well with that. Next week, our goal is going to be that Teddy goes over and puts himself into a sit. And then just our handling. But you're doing well, mister. Week 1. Week 1's over. This week's a lot for our puppies. They're not used to these things, so they're getting used to us and getting used to learning. Come here, Bubby. Let's say goodbye to our people. Yeah. Okay, good job.